I think I'm getting land sick. I haven't caught a fish in 2 days. It feels like I'm falling apart.
Could you please describe what you see in the following images for me?
That's a snapper.
And this?
That's a bass. Looks like a can of ADOS. That's a kawai. That's a Mercury Verado. It looks like a Stabicraft 2400.
Okay, Nicky. Try this ADOS adhesive. This will help you hold it all together.
ADOS, proud sponsors of ADOS Addicted to Fishing.
I'm Nicky Sinden, and since I could hold a handline, I have been addicted to fishing. Whether it's straight lining for snapper, jigging for kingfish, dropping deep for harpooker, or jumping in and going spearfishing, I love it all. Join me each week as I road trip around the country, travelling to both New Zealand's most iconic fishing destinations and stepping off the beaten track to show just how good Kiwi fishing really is. Whether it's a girls' trip, fishing with a local, or riding solo, I am on a constant quest to satisfy my insatiable fishing addiction. As a Kiwi boatie, it's good to know that the Coastguard has my back. We're going to give back to one volunteer that spends a lot of her time going out on the water and making sure that we are safe. Cheers, Coastguard! Beth deserves a shout out since she spent 6 years being a volunteer for Coastguard. So this week, it's just the girls towing the stabie to try and land Beth a snapper that's worth writing home about. Unfortunately, this morning I tore the ligaments and tendons in my ankle while launching the boat. But this didn't stop us from hitting the water and going fishing. So we've just hit the water for a lazy afternoon fish. Beth has requested that we try and smash her PB snapper, and I have some really high hopes for this because this is a really good time of year for snapper, and we've got Trigger-X soft baits today. That's going to be our weapon of choice. Now, we've just come over some sign. You can see it here on the Furuna TZ Touch. What we're going to do is we're not going to use the anchor today. We just want to drift across all of this foul. Basically, what we've been looking for is anything with structure, because that's where we know that the snapper are going to be feeding hard on the bottom, and we want to flick our soft baits down there to put it right in front of them. So it's a really good school or patch of fish. I might just drive down. We've got the swell, we've got quite big swells today, but not too much wind, which is going to work in our favour. So just go ahead of it, turn us around, and then flick out the drogue, and hopefully we'll be catching some snapper. The sea anchor is a soft bait fisherman's best friend. We throw it out and it slows our drift down so that we can make use of the pinnacle that we're trying to fish on top of. So Beth, you've been working for the Coastguard for 6 years, is that right?
Yeah, I've been volunteering for the Coastguard for about 6 years, and I've been with onshore racing for 2 now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so it certainly keeps me busy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I love the water, I love being on the water.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, it's really fun, but I'm not always, on the recreational side, which is, I think, almost more enjoyable.
So you're the one that's out there saving everybody else.
Saving lives at sea, yeah. No fishing to be done in the Coastguard boats, that's for sure.
Oh well. This is a little thank you from all the fishermen out there.
Yeah, taking one for the team.
Taking one for the team.
My mates usually invite me out to go fishing, and I end up helming the whole day and tying knots.
No wonder you jumped at the chance to come out and have a fish on the Stabie 2400.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you're working with the best. I got the best crew, the best gear, and soon to be the best fish.
Woohoo!
What do we got?
I can say it, it's a snapper. Woo! It's a snapper.
Yeah.
Ew! Look at that beautiful fish.
It's got a lovely colour on it.
Yeah, he does.
Come here.
Ew! Let a bit of line out.
Oh, that's a perfect one for eating.
It is.
It's exactly what we've been after.
Yeah, nice little penny. Oh, he's flapping around almost like I'm hobbling.
You are such a trooper, Nicky, coming out here with one leg.
Yeah.
Hurting yourself at the boat race this morning. I really thought that it possibly wasn't going to come through and we weren't going to go fishing, but you just show how much you love fishing. Nothing will stop you from catching fish.
Yeah, well, let's just hope the ankle's not broken. It's pretty swollen, but I don't care because I just pop some Panadol and we be fishing. All right.
Baby.
Little snapper. Sweet. Beautiful little snapper. See, this one could not resist. Trigger X. Perfectly lip hooked. Look, you're good to go again. Same bait.
Fabulous.
Oh, see? Nasty little bugger. Thanks, mate. Go back. He's going for it. Come on.
Coming up, we get some welcome surprises on the Trigger X soft baits. This week, we're fishing with Beth Robinson, a Coastguard volunteer for more than 6 years. It's just the girls, and we're trying to get Beth a snapper that's worth writing home about.
How do you put the soft bait on, Nicky?
Okay, so what we do is we've got our jig head. Whenever I bait a hook, no matter what hook or setup you're using, I always place it against where I want it to sit. So that way I know I need to come in this way and then come back out the top. Now these Trigger X soft baits have a little sort of gut cavity which you can actually put some of the Trigger X pheromone gel into. So you just want to go down and slide it on, and then we can actually pull it out of the gut cavity. We push it on all the way, pushing it forward. And thanks to those little grooves, it's actually going to stay there, which is really good. Give it a wee wiggle. And then we actually want to turn that hook around and pull it forward a bit. So it's sitting sort of like that.
That looks good.
Yeah. So we've got a little sinker here as well. I'm going to change that over because I don't think that that's going to be enough. We do have the weight of the jig head as well, but with the current that's just picked up, I think we're going to need something a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put a 1 ounce egg sinker on and then just attach it with a uni knot. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful.
All right. It's coming to me.
It is.
Here we go.
Right, where's that net? I love these soft baits. So do fish, obviously. It's such an easy, clean way to fish. Are you getting much line or is it just pulling string?
Pulling a bit of string, I'm getting a bit from it.
Wait, that's a good fish.
Got enough bit of a fight.
Okay, so just walk it into the nets. Walk it, yeah, and just walk backwards. Woohoo! Oh. Nice one, Bethy. It's not a bad sized penny. How'd it feel pulling that one in?
Good, it's so much fun. I mean, I really thought it could have been bigger.
Do you want to hold that? See this beautiful fish, how it's got multiple colours all up through here, sort of silvery pinky. That's specific to this time of year that we're actually fishing because it's spawning season. So as you'll see up here, it's got the silvery white underneath and it's almost got like a lipstick on top. And what that means is that they're getting themselves all pretty for each other because it's mating time. Getting ready for the party. Right, what's your personal best snapper at the moment?
I'd say a little bit bigger than that.
A little bit bigger than this? Okay, well, I reckon that's what we try and hit today. Try and get your PB.
Woohoo, I'm not far off it.
No, you're not. Yum. All right, let's put this one in the bin and get our lines back in the water. It really doesn't feel like a snapper.
Putting up quite a fight, eh?
I can see him. It's a kingy. We have a kingy. Right, I'm just gonna walk him into the net. Woohoo! Well, it just goes to show that these trigger egg soft baits are no match for lots of different types of fish, not just snapper. And he put up a good little scrap, that one. Might let him go. 75 centimetres is the minimum length for kingfish in New Zealand. And this one I don't think is over that, but we're also here for snapper. So I think we get our lines back down and try again.
Tackle tips and tactics, brought to you by Smart Marine.
This is my mate, the Environet. We go fishing together and it helps me put back fish that I don't want to keep. Reason I like to use this net is because it's got a plastic type mesh, which means that it doesn't actually harm the fish and it doesn't take away the sort of slime coating on the fish, which is really important for them when they're going back. Another reason is because the hooks don't actually get caught in the net easily, so it's a lot easier to release your fish and get your hooks back.
For all your fishing needs, head on down to your local Smart Marine store. Stay tuned for more rod bending action and our quest to get Beth that snapper. This week it's just the girls. We're on a mission to get Beth a snapper that she can write home about, and we're using our trusty Trigger X soft baits.
So how did you fall in love with fishing? Was it through family or?
Yeah, totally. My dad was right into fishing and we had a boat, and then he discovered he was getting very seasick and sold it.
Bugger.
Yeah, and so since then it kind of got put back on the waistline. Didn't do too much fishing after that.
So your biggest snapper would be?
Oh, nothing I like to write home about, maybe £6 if I'm lucky.
So our fishing goal for the day, if we can, is to get £7 plus.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
We're only fishing for a feed today. We're not targeting monster snapper, but hey, if we get something a little bit big, we'll be absolutely stoked.
Oh, yeah.
What's happening, Beth?
Well, it's putting up a good fight, that's for sure.
Yeah, have you done a lot of fishing with light line before?
No, not really.
It feels quite different to the other setups that we normally use.
It really does, it feels like it's gonna snap.
I might just grab that net out. Nah, it's not gonna snap. You've got some good quality gear there. Oh, it's not a bad snapper, so keep winding. Keep winding.
Woo. Hello.
He's seen the boat and he's a bit scared now. Come on, mate. Woohoo! Got another good fish. That's wicked. Not a bad snapper. Well done.
Very happy.
Very happy. We've come all the way out for this, haven't we? Beth asked me, she said, Nicky, I work at Coastguard, I'm a volunteer. And I always go into the office and they always ask me what my PB snapper is, and I always have to sort of
I just don't tell them.
just don't tell them. But we're working our way up very slowly, so I think that we've probably just bang on the same as your PB snapper, so we're just going to keep trying. But notice how that, hang on Mr. Snapper, hold your horses. See how that jig head is sitting perfectly in the corner of its mouth? That is a perfect hookup. They are absolutely loving these soft baits. I reckon we should quickly put this one in the bin and then keep going, because we've got a few people to feed, don't we?
We sure do.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Cool. This light gear is so much fun. You'll understand what I mean. I keep going on about light gear, but seriously, this stuff is fun. I mean, I've got the new Satika, the 200 HG, slapped on my Backbone Elite, really light rod. It's got a really light tip, which means that I only have to move it ever so slightly, and it gives the soft bait heaps and heaps of action. So, see, I'm just kind of moving it from my wrist there. You're not doing a massive strike like this unless you get a bite. It's more sort of just little taps and jigs on the way up, and then just let it flutter back down. And then if you've got a nice sandy bottom, then it's just going to sort of feather along in the sand. And as we all know, snapper are bottom feeders. So they're going to be hopefully on the bottom, gobbling up my soft bait. I got the net! Get that net! I got the net! Oops. Oh, woohoo! Grab the net! It's a John Dory!
Oh, yummy!
I love John Dory! Woohoo! Yum, 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 yum! This is one of my favourite fish to eat.
What's the noise it's making, Nicky?
Honestly, that's just what they sound like. He's a very little one, but he's still a really beautiful fish. The thing with John Dory is they're a predatory fish, and they have a big mouth which elongates and shoots out, and they've actually got this black spot on them here as well. So that black spot confuses its prey. So the fish, hold up, buddy. So what happens is the fish, the little bait fish will swim past it thinking that that's its face, and then it will elongate and shoot out its mouth, and it will suck in all the water, including the bait fish. So it's quite a clever little fish. They always seem to look sad though. They have a mouth that kind of droops down. Makes me feel sad sometimes when I see a John Dory, but hey, what brings me back to happiness is the fact that it's going to be in butter and a little bit of flour tonight, and then into my stomach. So
Tastes amazing.
it's amazing. So look at him, just beautiful.
There you go. Could be giving up.
Is he taking more line than what you're getting, or?
No, I'm getting them now.
That's right. Get it, girl.
coming to me, he's coming
Get it,
to me.
girl.
Oh, no, he's taken.
This could be a good fish.
Woo! My goodness.
Pull them up nice and slow.
Oh, they're mussels.
Yeah. Winding on your way down, pulling up. Come on, Bethy, come on.
There it comes.
Get it, girl. I may only have one leg available, but I am here, hobbling and ready to go. Ain't nothing's gonna stop us from fishing. Oh, that's a good snap.
Woo!
It's a really good fish.
All right.
Keep it coming, keep it coming.
Woo!
Get ready to walk backwards when you get it close.
Woo!
Keep winding, keep winding.
Woo!
Keep winding.
There it is! Yes! That's my personal best, baby!
Personal best.
Oh, shivers! Woo!
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh, that's mine!
That's yours, man.
That's my my personal best.
This is your personal best. What a beautiful personal best it is too.
Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. I'm so ecstatic.
I know.
I can hardly hold it. It was such an awesome time pulling it in the boat.
How's your first time softboating been going?
Wow, it's been amazing. I mean, it's hard work.
Yeah, it is hard work. And it's heaps of fun on the light gear because you can feel so much more, especially with the braid. And as you can see by the fishing today, it has just been red hot non-stop. All right, well, this weather has started to pick up a bit, so I think we should probably head back in. It's been a good day though.
It's been a huge day. Thank you so much, Nicky. You've been amazing. We've smashed my personal best. I've now got some really good fishing stories to go back and share with my unit. And,
It's all good, man.
Oh, I'm really, really into it now. I'll be waiting to come back out again.
Yeah, you have to come back out again with us. And I hope that you at home have learnt a thing or two on ADOS Addicted to Fishing. We'll see you again next week. Let's roll.
Woo!
Gear, Care and Catch, brought to you by Trade Zone.
So when we first started ADOS Addicted to Fishing, a lot of people assumed that ADOS was a really weird sounding acronym for Addicted to Fishing. But as we all know now, it is our favourite adhesive. Now it comes in a couple of different sizes and there's a couple of different ways that you can use it as well. So the first one here is the multi-purpose adhesive. Now the beauty of this one here is that it's actually repositional. So the way that you'd use it is you would spray it on 2 different surfaces that you want to glue together, wait for them to go tacky, and then you put them together and you can actually reposition them for maybe a minute. A surface that I actually used this on just the other day was we had a little bit of the carpet that was on the wall of the Staby. Started to just lift because we've had the Staby for a couple of years now. So I just put it on both, waited, put them together, repositioned it, no worries. Now, this one over here, this is the ultra high strength adhesive. And the beauty of it is that you can use it on lots of different surfaces. So there's things like wood, metal, concrete, flooring, plastics, heaps of different stuff. But yeah, you don't want to use it if you want to get it off because it's not going to come off.
For all your engineering needs, head in store or order online at www.tradezone.co.nz. Check out the ADOS Addicted to Fishing YouTube channel to catch all of our previous episodes. And don't forget to head over to our Facebook page for competitions, news, reviews and updates. ADOS Addicted to Fishing adventures in confidence in our Stabycraft, which is powered by our Mercury Marine, and we tow it around with our Ford Ranger. Smart Marines supply us with our Shimano tackle, and we find the best fishing spots with our Furuno. We cook our catch thanks to barbecues and more, and clean up using Bosch hot water products, supplied by our local Chester's Plumbing Store. We're reaching new heights with total access. We keep up to date with New Zealand Fishing News magazine, and it all sticks together thanks to ADOS.